Hello, viewers. I'm SB.
And I'm Amabel. Why is Kai poisoned?
That's a great question. Welcome back to Avowed, where Kai is poisoned. Kai, my man, can I give you food? How do I? Wait, I tried to press Q. What the heck is the? Hey, here's the problem with only playing this game like once every 3 days. I forget what the keybind is for the wheel. How I fast wheel. Ability radial is E. Okay. So I pressed Q, but it's E. Am I allowed to, like, say, take a food that gives delicious health regeneration? Nope. Interacting with that at all, eats it myself. Well, I mean, I did need some health. Kai? You're fucking on your own. Stop getting poisoned. It's very irresponsible. Okay. Let's move on. So we
I really
are...
appreciate
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
the camera shake you did as you were talking to him.
Well, how's he going to know that my head's moving?
Yeah, no, that's good.
There's a lot of just kind of raw trout laying around the ground here. I thought this was a spider cave. Do spiders hoard trout?
Famously.
Okay. Not that famously. I didn't know about it. Watch out, little guy.
Oh, look at all these nets. All these nets they use to catch trout.
So I am continuing to try to, like, fine-tune the encoder here to get the best experience. Oh, wait. I'm being noticed. I got noticed. That spider hatched is how noticed I got. Come on. Come over here. Kai, you fool. Alright, big hammer is the way to go. That's my opinion.
Just like the good old days.
Free spider leg. Nice. But yeah, so apologies if we're still getting a little bit of pixelation or jumpiness here or there. Hey Kai, could you well, you know what? I'm not reliant on Kai. Hold on a second. I got this. Yeah. That's pretty rad. Ooh. First of all, Magrin's Fury, that's fire bombs. Magrin, I don't know if you know this, Amabel, is the god of fire in the setting.
Okay.
And I know that because I read it on the loading screen just literally moments ago. 20% currency or 1 resolve. I mean, 1 resolve seems like a better play for almost any actual, like, moment of gaming. But in the long term, just having this coin thing equipped feels like it's got to be the move. So we can grab this Magrin's Fury, and then we can like throw it. No, not that. I have to change what's in my throwable slot. It's like a whole thing. We could burn that up there too. I guess it's a way out in case you fall down here and you don't have fire somehow. Because otherwise, your character would be trapped forever. And then the spiders would eat your bones. Delicious. Iron gauntlets. Iron gauntlets? Those are not armor, remarkably. They are clothing.
I think quite famously spiders don't eat bones.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to see here, is that there's a lot of bones laying around. But the spiders would eat your bones, is all.
Why? What did I do?
The spiders eat the bones.
Why my bones?
The spiders eat the bones of narratively significant persons. And they
That's not me.
And they can tell. They leave behind the bones of, like, you know, the idiots and the guys who who write a note about how sad their death is and then carry it out into the wilderness because they know ahead of time where that's all going.
You know, they could just not write stuff like that. Like,
Sure,
here's
but they
the thing.
do. But they always do.
I don't mind finding a note in a game, but
Ooh.
if the note makes me, like, irritated as to why is this here, why did they write it, why was it left here, why are there 5 different pages out of order scattered around this dungeon, I don't care for that. It's like, just don't write it. In that case.
But Amabel,
That's my
how will
hot
you
take.
know about the designer's intent? Did you see that? Did you see the rewards of looking up occasionally?
Cool.
It was cool. All right, I'm gonna jump in a hole. We're good. Can I tell you? I get a little bit of actual fear, just like a little rush of actual fear, when the character goes into flailing, falling mode. There's something about that animation that's just like a touch too real for me.
Okay.
Note to the survivor. Yeah, well, it's one of those notes. This note is written in small handwriting using a piece of graphite likely found among the stones nearby. That's convenient. To the survivor, if you have come this far, I hope this note serves as warning to you. You have no doubt survived as I did, by escaping through an underwater tunnel into this very chamber, initially assured by the lack of bones in here, animal or kith. Clearly the spider cannot reach this place, I thought, to my elation. Edda's worries would once again be unfounded. Of course, as I was left to my own thoughts for day after day, I realized that the relative isolation of this chamber was more curse than blessing. Just as the spider was barred from entering here, so too was anything I might consider food. Fish, game, birds, all were captured and destroyed well before they could reach my doomed sanctuary. I feel my thoughts fleeing me as I write this, looking to find a body not so racked with hunger. Your choice is to die here with me, or to brave the spider's predatory wrath once more to escape. Even now, I'm not sure which is the more merciful death. Yeah, I mean, the difference between us, obviously, is I'm not afraid to fight the spiders.
Also, I feel like fighting the spiders is the solution to more than one problem for him, because spiders are food.
Spiders are venomous. And I know that the venom is not in every part of them, but I do not feel confident that I would know how to know which part of the spider is good to eat.
I mean, the legs, obviously.
Also, I would fear that there is no part of the spider that is good to eat. That would be a real concern for me. Alright, throwables. How do I... Okay, it's part of the weapons group. Yeah, put the Megran's Fury here so that we can go haha, haha, and thus not have to use my valuable purple juice, which can then be saved for that, which I spent it by way of, but I was showing you. I spent it by way of example. I do love a setting with naturally occurring grenades, but we are not sneaky. So based on my estimation here, there's like 7 spiders in that room. Kai, you ready?
Spiders are rich in fat and protein,
Huh.
and I think if you stay away from the head,
This one's mine.
because the venom usually is in the bite, so it's going to be near the biting parts. If you stay away from the head, I think you're good.
I will say this hammer has considerable reach, like even further than I'm expecting. Look at that.
Please, hammer, do hurt them.
Oh, we got like boss spider. I'm gonna drink a health potion real quick. Take this. Ooh, boss spider is not immediately stunned by the hammer rush.
What about the Kool-Aid Man?
No, that was the Kool-Aid Man. That's what I was calling it there.
Oh, okay.
But we almost have a full stun bar. There we go.
Nice shot.
Thank you. It was my special hammer combo. Oh no, this is the boss
Was
spider.
that a shot?
Hey, guess what? Fuck you. I think that actually did stop its momentum in the air. Oh, interesting. Did you see that? There's like a... Ow. Wow, good combo. Sick moves, dude. There's a moment during one of its attacks where it generates a hit me point. So this really is like there really is like some serious action game stuff happening. Also, it makes magic spider clones.
I set it on fire or something.
Yeah, I have his ability on cooldown here. I'm just letting him. I was waiting until.
I mean, he's dead.
I was waiting until we were targeted. Ooh, time for the hammer combo. Guess what? Whew.
Take that, you nerd.
Okay, that was a lot of fighting.
For
Kai,
5 XP.
you doing okay? I don't think we got just 5 XP. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat this. Delicious poison spider plants. Shove it directly into my face. Yeah, that was cool. That was a fun little boss fight. Steel Garrote plate. So some of these Steel Garrote paladins got down here and they did not do so well. Unique armor is highly coveted. Each piece has its own story and is enhanced with powerful enchantments. These armors all provide some combination of passive effects, stat increases, attribute buffs, distinct behaviors, and even new abilities. Explore the living lands and complete side quests to find unique armor that best suits your playstyle. Hey, I know how equipment works. Thank you. The problem, you know, every game is going to be somebody's first game of the genre that it's in.
Yeah.
Weapons and armor can be upgraded up to 3 times within their base quality tier. They can also be upgraded across quality tiers. We learned about this a little bit. Upgrading unique items across quality tiers require the use of Adra and its variants. Adra can be found in areas of high challenge or derived from breaking down other unique items. Okay, so the material that lets you cross a quality barrier for uniques is going to be pretty rare. That's interesting to know. Alright, did I get everything? It looks like I have touched all the glowies. I appreciate that the bits of body that have loot in them do glow, because it is annoying to have to, you know, put your hands on every body in the area. So we just picked up this Steel Garrote plate. This is heavy armor. And we're currently rolling with medium, and we didn't... There is no way in the mage tree to remove the essence penalty for heavy armor, right? So there are good reasons for us not to use this if we're going for this sort of like battle mage kind of thing. But what does it do? It gives +1 constitution. When taking damage greater than 25% of your maximum health, your attacker receives 50% of the damage. And it just has, you know, as you would imagine, a pretty healthy amount of reduction of both types. It's cool. It is a lot of essence penalty. I don't know. It's pretty good, though. Just for right now, maybe? Because, like, it leaves us... It's a 20-point difference from our breastplate. So it's 135 versus 115 on the essence. It's not really that bad. And it is 4 whole points of flat resistance after an additional 12%. Like, there's a lot of extra toughness. For right now, we'll wear it. And we might even upgrade it to the top of its current tier. But I probably would not spend... Oh, I'm encumbered. Oh, no. Oh, look at how slow I am. Oh, the encumbrance. All right, this is my fault. I picked up every fucking piece of garbage that we've seen. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I didn't mean to do that. Shoot, put my great hammer back in my hand, please. Choose breakdown or stash in camp on items. Oh, right, because we have a... yeah, hold a breakdown. Okay, I'm definitely gonna break down. Like, we do not need to be carrying 3 bows. I'm pretty sure we're not using the great axe over the great hammer. I think I like the hammer just better.
Okay. Get rid of it.
Yeah, really the only benefit the axe has is that it has that crit chance. And we did, like, when we score a crit with the big weapon, I don't know if you noticed, it happened a couple of times there. It's considerable. The damage is considerable. Crits with the big hammer were sufficient to one-shot the spiders. No, don't care much for that.
That looks promising.
See, the problem is, I want to survive, and you want to get me hurt. I can tell.
That's
So I see a terrifying spider hole, and I'm like, well, that's a thing we're never going into. And you're like, oh, that's promising. Jam your face in there.
look. I know plenty of trans girls who would love a terrifying spider hole.
Amabel,
Why? You know them too.
you're gonna make our people seem weird in front of the normies, which is not to say that we aren't, but I forget what my objection was. Well, that was certainly burnable, but it didn't actually seem to accomplish anything.
You were just encouraging me to do respectability politics.
Oh,
That seems
no,
out of character for you.
yeah, you're right. That's whack. I'm sorry. This is where we came up. What am I doing? I'm getting all twisted around by the
Just 'cause you have
respectability
to go
politics.
into the hole.
I think we're supposed to go into the water. Oh, wait. But first, I must loot this man's pelvis. The glow was specifically in the butt region. So, like, the sewers of the city run to here. That's interesting. They don't want us climbing up here. I was gonna try to get into that gap. I wonder. Oh, see, once again we have one of these burnable things, but but also once again here I don't see that it would do anything. So I can't tell. It looks like there's probably not anything over there. It's not actually a place to explore.
Yeah.
So I guess this looks like the way out to me, and I guess there's nothing else to do but go. Oh, hey. There's nothing else to do but be rewarded for going this way. All right, we got lots of upgrade materials. And this will take us right out to Dawnshore. Okay, our first little mini dungeon.
What a tiny baby dungeon.
What a tiny baby tutorial dungeon. And it's the reward was cool. This fancy unique plate armor. It'll probably keep us relatively safe in the next couple of engagements before we find something to replace it with. Or honestly, I may just get used to it and decide to tough it out with the big armor and the essence penalties, because I do like surviving combat. That's pretty fun. Although I guess I didn't really... No, you know what? The second wind is a mechanic. It's built into the game. They expect you to use it. Welcome to Ivona's Threshold. Okay, so I think we're like on the cliff above where we entered the cave, I think.
Okay.
It's pretty out here at night.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's one thing I guess I don't really think about. It's like fantasy settings when there's not so much light pollution. I've never really seen like the stars, you know?
I haven't really either. I've always been a
I'm
a
a
city
girl for sure. So I've
I'm
never
sure-
seen the night sky without a ton of light pollution.
I'm sure there's some place, in the state where we could go to see some stars.
Yeah,
I'd love to drive out sometime with you. And
yeah, I do like all the things that are the source of the light pollution.
I know.
I'm a very
No,
light
I mean-
pollution-y person. Ooh, fancy cheeses.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Ingredient animal product. Some hardtack and some blaethorn.
Okay, so that's kind of a all right. All right.
Yeah, do you want to apply your cheese knowledge a little bit there?
I mean,
What is this? Like a painting kit.
without a description of the cheese, they don't have a way to describe the item, do they? in
Ooh,
your
let's
story?
see. We're gonna check.
Bleathorn cheese wedge.
A wedge of cheese made from bleathorn. Bleathorn is what it would be. The taste changes depending on how the cheese is prepared. When done correctly, it has a strong but sweet taste. When improperly made, it tastes like hay bales.
Okay, I know the kind of cheese that is. Essentially, it's probably more like like some kinds of goat cheese. Sometimes some have a very some have a very this is from a farm animal taste. Even though
Yeah.
they're all from farm animals, like some of them are more than others.
Ooh. Magic ring behind the waterfall.
Can I tell you something I missed from the before time, sweetheart?
Sure.
There was a cheesemonger I used to go to, and spend like 45 minutes to an hour just trying different kinds of cheese.
You have told me about your sadness about your cheesemonger before. All right, so we've discovered Andra's Grace, which causes us to slowly regenerate health as long as we're wet. The perfectly circular shape of this coral
That's my
suggests...
secret cap.
Amabel,
Yeah.
control yourself. The perfectly circular shape of this coral suggests that it did not form naturally, but rather was shaped by a skilled coral mason. It retains its vibrant color, suggesting that the coral still lives, despite being removed from the water. When submerged, the ring's colors are even more striking, and a sense of calm washes over you. So remember, we can wear one.
Living isn't an easy place to make a life, but it breeds resourcefulness.
Well, listen, I look behind the waterfall because that's the thing. That's the thing where I come from too. Waterfalls have treasure. That's what makes them waterfalls. Hey, do you think I can interrupt my falling momentum with my Kool-Aid Man charge?
Only one way to find out.
Even Pargruna
Oh, well,
can't
never
stand
mind.
against this place.
I pressed the button and it was winding up and my hands got close to the ledge. I just caught myself. So good enough. It probably breaks the fall. My guess is that probably does work that way. I don't think there's anything. No, there's not anything back here this time. Ooh, hello. We sadly do not have even a single lockpick.
A question for you.
I wonder if we could get up there. We might be able to access this without spending one.
We can take fall damage in this game, and that makes sense for the kind of game it is.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about fall damage in a 2D platformer? Does it feel right to you when you take fall damage?
Well, I guess to a certain extent it depends on what you mean by platformer. If you're talking about like a Mario-style platformer, a game that is all about like jumping up on things, no, I think absolutely not. I think that's very silly. We're close. Yeah, I think that's totally against the sort of like the feel. You know, genre is basically like a set of expectations, right?
Yeah.
And I think in a game like that, one of the expectations that they set is that you are going to be climbing up on stuff a lot. And I think that's like a, you know, not that you can't violate a player's expectations, but I think that's a shitty one to violate.
You
And
got
I mean, like,
violated usefully.
Yeah, and I think like if you think about games where that in particular gets violated, like Bubsy, I guess would be a great example here. They feel like garbage to play.
Does
Full-
Spelunky have fall damage?
Full sprint into a dash. Do you think? I think that's a little far. Hold on, I don't remember what my quick save button is. So Spelunky doesn't have fall damage, but Spelunky is a good example of the other thing I was going to say, which is that I think to a certain extent, the degree of like realism and peril suggested by the setting also plays a part. Hold on, I almost had that. I think I might be able to get that if I did the dash while I was a little bit higher. It takes a second for the dash to go off, and I'm always sort of unprepared. So, you know, Spelunky is all about like the danger of stuff, but it doesn't actually have fall damage. In Spelunky, if you fall, there's a certain number of tiles you can fall safely. And if you fall more than that, aha! If you fall more than that, then you are stunned. You bounce and are stunned when you hit the ground for a little while. There we go. And then obviously, in a lot of circumstances, that does kill you because Spelunky is broadly not the kind of place where it's okay to be stationary for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Something will find you and eat you, or throw you off a cliff, or fall on you, or whatever. But it doesn't. You don't actually die from a long fall in Spelunky unless you fall off the level. You know, there are bottomless pits that will kill you. Alone, abandoned, isolated, no one to turn to, comrades gone. I have a choice: live out my remaining days in grief and loneliness, or go to the gods now by my own hand. No, I should have joined you then, but no. I will join you now. Well, that's pretty sad.
Yeah. There is fall damage in Digger T Rock in The Legend of the Lost City.
Sure.
And I don't like it.
A stream
I don't
classic.
Like
if y'all are not familiar, please do check out. Hey, you know what? I don't think I tag the streams in a way that's useful for searching. I'm just thinking
you
about
absolutely don't. But you know what? If people go to the Reddit, every week when there's a new stream, I do say there's a new stream, and I actually say what the thing is about.
Okay, thank
which
you.
Is not what you do. So, is there a way to make a playlist of the streams?
Yeah. They're probably kind of in a playlist already.
I mean, they're under live.
Yeah, there's a category for them, and that's kind of like, that's gonna work like the thing.
Kind of a playlist.
Can I not get through here? Oh.
Does not appear to be the case.
Oh, it doesn't want to let me. Hold on now. That looks get throughable though. I crossed the barrier into the overgrown frontier.
Okay.
If I were still up there, it would be trivial to get in there. Wait, this is not the way I want to do this. So I said we would be like doing the adventuring or whatever, and we're gonna. I swear to you.
We all know your deal.
Listen, I killed a named monster this episode. I did adventuring, but there's climbing.
Oh, you know what we should have you play on the stream, sweetheart?
La Mulana.
No. You don't like that game, right?
I have no problem with La Mulana. We're probably gonna play La Mulana at some point.
What's the game where you don't like the way it controls? I thought it was La Mulana.
Oh yeah, that's La Mulana, but that doesn't mean that we're not. I don't like the way it controls, but to be clear, that's not because I like. It's not because it's a bad game. It's because they chose for it to control in a very particular way, because the movement is part of the puzzles.
So what you should play on stream, because you like climbing so much. You love climbing games. You love games where you climb.
Yeah.
You love to climb on things.
Yes. Get to the punchline. Come on.
Well, now I don't wanna.
Haha.
Have you ever heard of this game, Getting Over It with Ben and Foddy?
You know, I have.
No one's ever streamed that before.
Yeah, what a unique idea that would be for a stream. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Oh wow, that goes even further up. There's so much stuff to climb. Can I climb these ropes? I'm a little worried that I'm gonna fall in here and die.
Did you want to save for it?
Yeah, I just quick saved. Okay, well, I can't climb the ropes. That's the bad news. The lever is functional. That's a good news. Really? Can I not open the door from the inside? Well, we did skip using a lockpick. I did find my way to the elevator without the lockpick. Later, Kai.
What does bootleg wine have to do with Anna? How did you get in there?
2 guards, wine, and a dead body. There's a story here.
Kai, please don't get us killed. Don't let me bother you. I'm just here to use the cargo lift.
Well, we can't let you back in. It's closed right now.
Bon and I caught this man trying to load a crate onto the lift. Turned out he was smuggling animancy equipment.
So we've closed this lift down, as a precaution.
Hold on. Dialogue, history, and lore. That's what I thought. Okay, so the word animancy was colored in the text.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sort of thing where you would expect, in a modern game like this, where you'd be able to like tooltip it, right? You'd be able to mouse over that. Except you can't mouse over live dialogue, but they've included a system where you can still kind of do that, which I appreciate. So animancy, which is a thing our character would definitely know about, is the science and art of soul manipulation. Though popular in the Valian republics, animancy is widely considered controversial, heretical, and too dangerous to tolerate. Animancers are routinely hunted and driven out in many parts of Eora. Okay, stuff that we would totally know. Well, you literally can't stop me from using a lift I've already used. Here's my question: how much do we want to like use our authority to kind of like try to press these guys and maybe get something out of them, and how much do we want to just disengage from this situation? Because I'm a little worried about, well, now we have to keep you quiet because it looked like we did something bad. Not that I don't think we could kill them, but like, what if we didn't have to kill them?
But they did do something bad.
We don't know that.
Possibly.
What if this guy was
how
in?
we find out. Ask this question.
Okay. So you saw a man with a crate and attacked him.
Of course not. We asked what he was carrying. Then he drew a knife.
It clearly wasn't expecting us. The locals must turn a blind eye to these things.
In the meantime, sorry, you'll have to go back to the main road.
Well, I mean, I honestly don't even care. Right? I was just looking around, but now that we're here, well, here's the thing. I'm on important business, and I would appreciate it if you let me through.
Well, since you're the envoy, I suppose we can't stop you.
But if you bring so much as an Audra stone with you, we'll find out.
Okay, I kind of figured they would know who I was, so if y'all don't mind, I'm just gonna loot this man directly in front of you here. Neil, I find myself in need of a third essence generator and another passel of resonance amplifiers. I know it was a bear wrestling the last shipment from our friends in Fior, but my master there has led me to believe they have more than they can use, and thus can stand to spare a few. Should they make a fuss, I release you to offer them an extra skelling for each machine they'll part with. I have included an extra here for you. Walk in the light, Sargamus. Also, free grenade. Y'all don't need this grenade, right? That's not evidence. That's not related to his whatever. Okay. Excuse me, I'm the envoy. Part of my imperial remit is I get all the grenades. Well, we can climb around in here, but there doesn't seem to be a reason to do so. So the one thing that I am most interested in is that there was a floor between the floor where we entered the elevator and the top there.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of sight. Where there was clearly stuff. But we were prevented from entering it by wood. But I would like to see if there's a way to get to it. So it would be underground from around here. We're definitely going the wrong direction as far as our like quests and stuff go.
Yeah.
I hope you can forgive me. This is not a door.
It's a fake door.
That's a wall that looks like a door. What kind of dastardly stonemason would participate in such a fucking wily coyote?
I was gonna say it's probably a Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
Hey, Amabel. I
Yeah,
found something to climb on.
I saw. Yeah, good job.
Ooh, I might be able to make it over there. I'm definitely glad I took the charge. The charge has turned out to be so much the right thing for my playstyle. All right, I have a brilliant plan here. Quick save
What are
and...
viewers?
Ow, damn it. Well, okay.
Oh, okay.
I leave it on something.
All right. What our viewers
trying to
don't
get up
know
there.
is that in meat space, you don't really climb. You do like a reverse climb a lot of the time. There's a lot of scrambling, but it's
So-
totally downward momentum.
Yeah, I tend to find the lowest point in a space. That's a very gentle way of putting that. I'm gonna quick load back up to that thing because I was trying to get to that bit of the rampart. There's a broken bit of the rampart at the top of the wall. And I'm just curious if we can access it, just like with the rest of this stuff. So I would need to go like out here the most, and then see the problem is I keep hitting the I'm underestimating how wide the character's body is.
Okay.
And so I'm charging at an angle where like my shoulder, the edge of our collision space is hitting the wall. I think it's too far away for us to get to it in any case, but I want to get a clean shot at it. Aha, it is not too far away. Fucking righteous. Look at how high up I am. I like to look for secrets. And this is how you do it.
You also like to be high up. I wouldn't say you're like a cat.
I don't. In fact, I do not like being high up.
In a video game, you like being high up. You are less
Often-
like a cat and more
Often
like
not
a
the case,
goat.
really. Yeah, okay. There's a goatliness to it. What's up?
Oh, I'm just remembering the very good impression you do of a goat.
That was a little bit of a keyboard flail there.
That was magnificent.
I was-
That's the word you're looking for.
I was trying to hit one. Well, I found my way back into the elevator. That's that whole thing. It's a very compelling and beautiful thing. There's got to be a way. Just let me in. Let me in. Oh, well, I walked off the elevator. I guess there's nothing back there. It's just a cool little cave, but you can see there's no entrance or exit from it. Oh, speaking of places there's no exit or entrance from. Sort of got myself in a little bit of a spot there. Alright, let's get the elevator back down here. So there's no way for me to leave that isn't the elevator, thanks to this thing not being able to be released from this side.
Mm-hmm.
But if
It's a weird way for a door to work.
Yeah, if we don't want to go that way, obviously we can still let ourselves out on this side.
What if that's not a door? What if that is another wall? They're trying to trick you.
Tiny splat, little splats. Ow. Okay, I'm good. Fine, I'm good.
What's that reverse climbing I was talking about?
Yeah, this is a little bit more like what it looks like in real life. Because, like, I'm sure there's lots of good reasons to be up there or whatever, but probably not right now. And we should at least a little bit go toward the mission marker. There are important people we're supposed to be meeting. But gosh, everything looks so
So-called
fucking cool.
godless people disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them by.
Does this count? It does. We only have to be in water this deep for our ring to activate. That's good to know. I'm gonna drink a purple potion, and I'm gonna stop charging so much for the moment.
I wonder if it was raining if you'd recharge.
Probably not, and I think we weren't recharging when we were under the waterfall either. But standing, I think it probably requires stationary water.
Who's there?
Uh-oh.
Take your best shot.
Okay, so they got ranged folks. Each item and each enemy has a quality tier that indicates its effectiveness in combat. Enemies of a higher quality tier than you will display a skull next to their bar and be highly resistant to attacks. Okay. They're telling us this because presumably we have encountered a skull enemy. Ah, yes.
Skull enemy.
These bandits seem like bad news. Kai, run away! Run away! We suck and we are small and weak. Fleeing! Back to the wall. Dare they chase us this far? Why did I get XP?
I don't know.
I understand exploration XP, but this is definitely an area that we had explored already.
Maybe it's giving you XP for your coward stat, or how
Okay.
much you're a coward.
You mean for how much I allowed, wisdom to be the better part of valor on that one?
Careful.
I'm being rewarded because I did such a good job of surviving.
This one's mine.
Boy, it does take a long time if you want to do the two-step combo. It does take a long time for that second swing to come out. You doing over there, Kai? You got it? Just thought I'd help you out a little bit because you seem incompetent. Because I don't know if you're aware of this, but you look like a real idiot in combat. So there's a burnable web here. And those things explode, right? Or they
Yeah.
burn down at least. There might be a cache of things behind it. I guess let's see.
What am I hitting?
Do you not want it? Okay. It's fine. I got it. I tried to have Kai do it. Nope, turns out there's nothing back here. It seems like those things are basically never worth burning. Which is very disappointing. Can you imagine not starting every fire that you're allowed to start in a video game? That's just crazy. Oh. Oh, they're distracted by something else that's going on. Stealth.
One for you.
Oh, a little bit of a hitch here.
Yeah, it kind of froze for me.
Yeah,
So
no, that was on my end.
Okay.
To your left.
Hey, guess what? Okay. I am taking damage from these foragers, but I wanted to finish my business there.
Yeah.
These guys are not much of a match for us. Kai, could you keep this thing's attention like a little bit? There you go. Figured it out eventually.
Another win. But who's counting?
So Kai's strategy in combat seems to mostly be to let the enemies hit me. Unless I specifically tell him to use his other thing. All right, a forgotten soul pod. I guess that's cool. That's a grenade.
You stole his lunch.
Well,
Everything out here's been getting more aggressive. Militia's trying to hold the wilds out however they can.
is it still his lunch if he's never going to eat another meal?
You killed him and took his lunch.
I'm just saying. By the time we were taking it, I don't think it was his lunch anymore. It's arguably not even his, but certainly not lunch. Shall we have a long discussion about the ontological nature of lunch?
I don't think so.
So I don't know. I should probably kill those guys, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know what the deal is with Zorip. They seem to be just kind of like hanging out and doing their own thing. But like Kai's saying, they're attacking travelers and stuff. Ooh. They've seen us. Hey, guess what? Fuck you.
Show me what you got.
Set. Okay, that doesn't work at that range. I'm a little leery about this because a lot of them throw, like, spears. And I don't
Yeah.
necessarily want to be engaging this number of them all at once, but I kind of stepped in it here with the being incredibly visible and loud.
I mean, that's one of my favorite things about you, though. So don't beat yourself up too much about it.
Hey, Kai, you want to help me out here? Thank you.
Not looking so good.
This little one is doing a really good job of keeping me off of the big one, which is a weird strategy. Yeah, you can see they're sort of like running around the edge of the battle area, throwing spears at us. I overestimated the length of the hammer.
Right flank.
There we go. I do love hitting them so hard that their bodies like fly off a cliff.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know what? Enough of that from you. Okay. Yeah, you see, like in the middle of this heavy attack, it generates a little like hit marker on him in a very standard sort of video game boss fight kind of way. All right, I got it.
Watch the left. Good one.
Okay. Just trying to get a little bit of clearance here. Surprise! Okay, the last one fell off the cliff in the middle of the fight, so... Oh, there was actually a couple of them still. Alright, they have a little bit of a range advantage on us right now. I could switch over to my wand, I suppose. Does the wand... It's like the wand seems very inaccurate, though. Yeah, and it doesn't, like... It doesn't have any sort of homing properties. Kai's down there fighting that random forager, and I assume he will win against a random forager on his own. I'm just gonna kind of keep them busy, I think. Well, that's clumsy. I fell off the thing. I'm coming, Kai. I'll save you. That was sort of a golf swing.
Okay. Are there any good... Well, no, never mind. I know the answer.
Were you about to ask about golf video games in the middle of this recording of a very different thing?
Yes. But there are good golf... I played a good golf video.
Yeah, they're good golf video
on
games.
this channel.
There's actually a lot of really interesting and fun golf games.
I've only played 2 golf games in my life. One was the What the Golf that I played on your
They may be
channel,
small, but they'll
and the
overrun
other
if you're not
was
careful.
a putt-putt golfing game released for the Philips CDI. That one was less good.
Is there a way to break stuff down right here? It seems like no. It seems I have to pick stuff up and then I can break it down from my inventory. But I kind of wish I could loot something into the broken down state, you know?
Yeah.
Are there really more of these
This one's
things? Damn.
mine.
I mean, he's right. They're not like one-on-one. They are not a threat, but they've done a good job of like crafting, making them believably annoying enough in a group that you can see how people get overwhelmed by them.
Yeah.
Mechanically, they are the thing that they are supposed to be diegetically. And I appreciate
That's
that.
good. Yeah.
Alright, now there was a chest in the big camp. And I did not grab it because I was busy. Oh cool, just rip their tongues out.
I don't like that.
I did not grab it because I was busy chasing down all of the guys who were throwing shit at me to attempt to end my life. But now that we've cleaned this up a little bit, let's. Ow!
Good job,
Zara,
sweetheart.
Yeah. Is there something you'd like to say? Hey, free cucumber.
No, nothing to say. It just
No?
no.
It felt like there was something. Felt like you were winding up. Okay.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always winding up, and I
Here we go.
never arrive at a punchline.
It's a fascinating style. A common grimoire of greater elements, I'm pretty sure, is the kind of grimoire we already have.
You do have that one, yes.
One little annoyance I will say is I love the I love the glowing mushroom foliage.
Yeah.
I love how mushroomy it is in general. I don't love the little yellow mushrooms that look like they are outlined the same way the game outlines loot items.
Yeah, that's not great.
Just because it's very easy to see one out of the corner of your eye and think that it is loot. It's a little lack of clarity. Ooh, okay.
You better find a puddle to.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for a puddle, but since we haven't found one, I'm just gonna eat some food. We have plenty of like pretty decent food. I might eat a roast chicken. No, we don't eat a roast chicken. I'll just eat some bleedhorn cheese. It, despite what Kith might think, based on its thickness and size, it does not work as a shield. Okay. I can hear that there are still Zorabs alive. And at this point, I'm invested in changing that. Oop, not that.
Well, that sounds.
Wow, that's actually like a lot of them, though. Why are there so many? Kai, get him. Kai, get him. He's not gonna. Okay, that's fine. I'll get him. Hey, you know what? Ah!
I can't imagine doing all this.
Oh dear,
Really.
that's a fucking bear. Can you what do you mean?
I mean, just there's a lot of like I get very disoriented doing this, trying to do this action stuff, and the camera's moving around, and it's just I would not have a good sense of the space. Like you see me play a first-person shooter where I can shoot things from far away. I still have a lot of trouble with it. This is a lot more complicated than that.
I'm not afraid of a bear.
You say that now.
I'm doing my
But
level.
You know,
I'm doing my level best to leave the bear for last.
yeah. Like, I mean, you say you're not afraid of a bear now, but
Oh, that guy. That's a healer.
That's it for me. Back in the fight.
Oh god. I'm in the middle of things. None of that. They got like proper magic. Fuck off, everyone. Oh boy, that's all my stamina.
you best start believing in bears, Sow and Bones. You're gonna be in one.
Hold on. I don't not believe in bears. What? How you doing, Kai? Okay, I'll be right with you.
So to be clear, just to understand the parameters dynamic of our relationship,
Yeah.
you say insane weird stuff and it's okay. I say it and it's like, hold on.
Right, because that's funny.
Okay.
That's how comedy works.
Comedy's when you do the thing. And when I do it, it's sad.
That's correct.
Okay. Sad and confusing. The Amabel Holland story.
I just need one more good hit to get him in combo state.
Also, sad and confusing: the Amabel Holland story.
You're a good friend.
Get up, buddy. I need you to distract this bear for me. Get him.
Let's see what you got.
Hit the bear in the ass. Ugh.
Good one.
Jesus, they had a pet bear.
We make a good squad.
And then you just murdered it.
I did murder a bear in self-defense. I'm not, like the happiest about it. It's weird how only some of them have functional tongues. I wonder if that's because we damaged their tongues during combat, or I could probably have used more grenades, honestly.
Something I noticed about... I mean, I only have this game and those Bethesda nonsense to go off of, but there isn't, like, a way to be, like... to let someone go. They're just going to fight you to the death. There isn't a way to be like, okay, I've beaten you enough, you can go now. You know?
Oh, yeah,
And
I'd like to tell them, hey, let's... Well, they're not going to do that, right? Like, once they've decided it's on... They have no interest in backing down. Maxims of the Pargrunen 6. In older lands it was said, place the doing before the telling. Place the act of work before the boast to history. Now it is written in blood. Record all your efforts, be they triumph or tangent. For the record shall outlast the work, and the word shall be more precious than the act.
Social media.
That's exactly what I was about to say. The taste of the blood is... The craft must not die with the craftsman. That's actually really interesting. What a legitimately interesting point being raised by this offhand book in the middle of nowhere. Is there something here that gives just like a little bit of regeneration on it? Yeah, like let's just have some spring berries. While I also, sorry, that's the wrong thing. Break down. I'm carrying so much garbage. I don't need a spear. I don't need a mace. Honestly, like if we were going to go back to like one-handed melee, I think I would probably just do the 2 knives. I thought that was really fun and effective. I don't think there's a good reason for us to hold on to a pistol. I do think there's a good reason for us to hold on to 1 bow.
Okay.
Also, this is a better level. It requires Grimoire Mastery to use, but it is a better book. So we'll hold on to it for the moment. The bows are actually accurate at a distance. And so I do think we should hold on to that in case we need a... Or no, wait, it's the firearms that were well, whatever. We'll find another one. That's right. It was the firearms that are accurate at a distance. I ran too...
I love you so much.
I ran too fast for the platform. Alright, did we loot everything, like, meaningful here? Nope, we did not. Found another piece of steel garrote armor, and a gem, and a book. The book appears to be a treatise on establishing power and curbing rebellion. The following section is dog-eared. So yeah, it makes sense that this would be on a steel garrote guy, right?
Yeah.
To achieve true victory, one must target the youth. You will never convert the old guards, too stubborn in their heathen ways. But the young, they are flexible, malleable, and, if all else fails, easy targets. Who you cannot make soldiers, make victims and examples. When first asserting control over a population, a show of force is recommended. Kill the children, and their parents will follow. Hope is like a Zorip egg, best ground underfoot. The last line is circled, and the following is annotated below it. I'll practice on Zorip eggs. Crushing throats should be easier after that, especially with boots like these. Well, we have just looted his child-killing boots, so I guess let's have a look at those. Okay, Constitution. I mean, our current boots are giving us move speed, right? I do like the move speed. This is Constitution and carry capacity.
Yeah. The thing about the move speed is you've used it really well to move really fast and gracefully. I'd say almost with the grace of a gazelle is how you've been moving through this game.
Do you ever see that that video on the internet of that deer that's like walking through somebody's backyard and it approaches? There's like one of those little plastic children's playhouses, and for reasons unbeknown to all creatures, I can only assume including itself, it just suddenly like forces itself through the little playhouse.
I have not seen this.
It's all just
I do not know.
It's all just desperate flailing limbs and stuff. That's the deer-like creature that I think I have the grace of.
Can you find that for me after?
I will absolutely find that for you. And I'll include a link to it in the in the video description as well, so everybody can understand. So I'd hate to leave people on the outside of the thing. Delicious mariner's porridge. Go. I hear Zoribs. Is the thing. Oh, they are below us. So one thing I did notice, and I'm not super pleased with it, and I'm not. This is not a real complaint. Understand? I just would like it better if it worked. Was when I jumped down on a Zorb with an overhead strike, it didn't do any extra damage. I think me falling onto them should be worth something. The Corvo Atano, you know? Alright. You!
Or as
me.
we call it, the Mario.
Is that all you got?
Mostly what I was curious is if they had an easy route up here. Okay, cross that bridge. I'm into it. That's not the button I wanted. Ow. Let's try to grab the explosive real fast before... Guard break, nerd. I am so tired. Holy shit, this hammer is heavy. There we go. I certainly am not losing a duel with a Zorb guard anytime soon. Yeah, the stun bar. The amount of stun that this hammer inflicts with every blow is really quite impressive. And very few creatures are going to survive that. Very few of the kinds of creatures we're seeing right now with the health pools that they have are going to survive that stun combo. Take this, right in your culture. We were supposed to be doing something.
There's a few things we have to do, and I'm not sure if we're doing any of them, if we're in pursuit of any of them.
Well, the thing is, I got distracted because there was spiders. And then there was
stuff to climb on.
And then there was stuff to climb on, and then there was guys. I mean, you're allowed to get kills, Kai, but you do have to, like, show up to the battle. He's all, next one's mine. That could happen. That could be a world that you could live in, but you have to make it so, my dude. This feels like a trap.
A little bit.
Dear spiders, please know that I'm on top of I'm on your garbage here. It takes so long for my stamina to regenerate. Also, these things really, they jump forward a really considerable amount when they attack. Oh. It's actually pretty hard to outrange them. Although it's very easy to get the job done when they turn around and look at Kai.
Went through a lot of potions, sweetheart.
I agree with you.
Have you considered not sucking ass at the game?
Wow. All right, so next episode, Amabel's driving. Let's see, you handle that bear.
I wouldn't at all. It would not be entertaining to watch either.
I can't keep this up.
Oh, okay, bigger spiders. I think we're reaching the end of the ambush trap.
You know what is good though? Have you seen my impression of a bear?
Have I seen your impression of a bear? Oh yes, I have seen your impression of a circus bear. Yes.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Ow! Stop comboing me, asshole! I did not knock it down as much as I was hoping. You know, maybe I should have actually. Oh, I know how this goes.
Got you in a frame trap, sweetie.
Yeah, maybe I should have not used the potion. Maybe I should be more thoughtful about second wind as a resource to be spent. You know?
Yeah. Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Where does second wind come from? Because, you know, I've seen it in some tabletop role-playing games. So, but what's its point of origin? Do you know?
Like the English phrase "second wind."
No, the game mechanism.
The
where-
idea of it as a game mechanic. Okay. Yeah, I don't really. Oh boy, it's hard to get. It's hard to get a second away from these guys. Hi, buddy. What up? Get him. All right. The good news is the big ones are not always as poisonous. So tired. Ugh. I actually really like the way the stamina mechanics feel, because it does, like, every battle with a bunch of opponents starts feeling like the hallway fight from Daredevil. So at the end of the thing, I'm just like constantly I'm dragging my hammer around on the ground with one arm. I'm just like, why won't you die? Yeah, that's actually something it would be interesting to look into. I'm trying to think of like the earliest game I can remember seeing the term second wind used in. It was so 4th edition D&D has it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that it's in 3rd edition. This is something I could do a little bit of research on.
Okay.
I hear a sound. Ah, there's a little chest over here. I do like the loot noise. I will say that the chest noise that lets you know if you're kind of close to something or if there might be like something through a wall nearby. It is a nice little hint. All right, so I'm gonna drag us. Is that a person? I think it's a person up there. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can do for them. That's a functional health potion that I almost missed, and that we really should make sure we grab, because, as you noted, we are going through them. Oh, please, an entire roasted chicken. Okay, let's get outside here, and then call it. I'm sorry that I get distracted so much, but you know, adventuring. You're familiar with how this goes.
And I know what you're like too.
Huh. The beach. Not sure if this is like a valuable thing to do at all, actually. But it sure is pretty.
Sure is pretty.
And then I started
Climbing.
Okay, they don't actually want you to climb that. You don't get hands on that. All right, just get back up. Come on. We'll just get back up to the top here. All right. Whew. Well, that was productive.
Yeah.
The thing it produced was mostly wounds and surus, but we did produce. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, the governor? Question mark. Listen, there's
One of those things.
the world. There's a lot of world. We're just going to keep worlding, but we're going to do it vaguely in the direction of the governor. At this point, the governor is 176 distance units away, and that's a smaller number than we started with. So, so there.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for Towards the Governor, and we'll see you then.